Students, our next topic is 7 C's of effective communication. So there are 7 C like completeness, consideration, concreteness, correctness, courtesy, clarity, conciseness. So these are the 7 C of effective communication. So what is completeness? Completeness basically means the communication must be complete. It should convey all facts required by the audience. Basically, it should convey all the facts that are required by the audience. The sender must take into consideration the receiver mindset. So, what are the features? No crucial information is missing, gives additional information, leaves no questions. Basically, the information which we are sharing in the communication should be complete. Okay, it should include all the facts. The sender must take into consideration what is the receiver mindset. So no crucial information is missing in that. You have to give additional information related to your communication, leaves no questions. So in the completeness, you have to check for the 5 Ws and 1 H for the completeness. Basically, the communication include all this term like who did it, what, when, where, why, and how. All these questions should be covered in that particular information or topic. Next is conciseness. It means wordiness, communicating what you want to convey in at least possible words. You have to complete your communication in at least possible words, means your information must be concise. Feature must include it highlights the main message. Avoid using excessive and needless words. You don't have to use excessive information and needless words. Provide short and essential message in limited word. You have to provide short messages in limited word. Message becomes appealing and comprehensible to the audience. Message is non-repetitive in nature. You don't have to repeat the same message again and again. So information must be concise, means you have to convey your message in at least possible words. That means conciseness. You have to eliminate wordy expressions. For example, sometimes you ask at this time, so don't use these words. Like you have to concise it, like you have to use now word due to the fact that so you can use the concise word for that because. So you eliminate wordy expressions and use only concise words. Next is consideration, implies stepping into the shoes of other. Take note of audience viewpoints. You have to note down what are the audience viewpoints, what are the background mindset of the receiver, education level. Okay, so you have to check the requirements of the audience, their problems. Do not hurt self-respect and emotions of audience. You don't have to hurt self-respect and emotions of audience. Modify your words to suit your audience needs. Emphasize on you approach. Okay, show optimism toward your audience. You have to respect your audience. You have to show your self optimism towards your audience. Empathize and exhibit interest in audience to stimulate a positive reaction. So you have to step into the shoes of others while you are communicating. You have to note down the audience viewpoints, their background, their mindset. After that, you have to start the communication. You don't have to hurt their self-respect or emotions of the audience. Okay, students. Next is concreteness. Be particular and clear rather than fuzzy and general. You have to be particular and clear. It strengthens the confidence. It strengthens the confidence. Concrete messages are not misinterpreted. You don't have to misinterpret your message. You have to be concrete. Okay, it is supported with specific fact and figures. Make use of words that are clear and that build the reputation, means your message should be concrete, your communication should be concrete. You don't have to use fuzzy and you have to be particular. It strengthens the basically the confidence. Concrete messages basically are not misinterpreted. Okay, For example, weak, general, indefinite, you have to use the simple words like concrete, precise. Okay, student GMAT scores are higher, example is given, so you have to explain it concisely that in 1996 the GMAT score averaged 600 and by 1997 they had risen to 610. So this is the concise, basically the proper fact about that communication, that particular information. So next is clarity. Clarity emphasizes a specific message or goal at a time rather than trying to achieve too much at once. So clarity, basically your message should be clear, your goal should be clear rather than you have to achieve too much at once. Features, it makes understanding easier, clarity of thoughts, ideas, and hence the meaning. So this shows that your communication must be clear. Use simple words like for the subsequent you can use later, agree, and you try, replace, show. So you can use very simple words in your communication that the receiver can easily understood. Next is courtesy. Show sender expression and respect to the receiver. You have to respect the receiver, what sender want to ask. For example, courtesy words are like I am sorry, excuse me, thank you, please. You have to courteous. Okay, the sender of the message should be sincerely polite, judicious, reflective, and enthusiastic. Feature, taking into consideration both viewpoints, you have to take both the viewpoint of the sender and the receiver both, and you have to respect their feelings. Courteous message is positive and focused at the audience. Use terms showing respect for the receiver of message. You have to use these words when you are using communication. So next is correctness, implies that there are no grammatical errors in communication. Feature, the message is exact, correct, and well timed. Correct communication boosts the confidence level, basically that boost up the confidence level. If your information is correct, if your work is correct, then that boosts your confidence level. Correct message has impact on the audience or readers. Precision and accurateness of facts and figures given important. Use appropriate and correct language. You have to use, there are no grammatical errors in your communication. Your message must be exact, correct, and well timed. The right form of language you use, accuracy is maintained, acceptable words you have to use in that. Select the right level of language. Your communication, either you are using formal communication or informal communication, you have to use right level of language. Realize that formal language is most often used in business communication. Check for correct figures, facts, and words. Apply the principle of communication in your writing. So if you have any query, students, you just type your query in the comment box. Okay, students, thank